hidden away from the tourists. And A Channel's James Hendricks takes you there tonight on Inside Ottawa.
In summer, it's an idyllic walk on a country estate. Mackenzie King's treasured Kingsmere, with its gardens, its tea room, its follies and amusements. But when summer ends and the snows of winter come in, so does a different Kingsmere, one the summer visitor never gets to see.
This building was the Mackenzie King's garage, and upstairs he had 5 bedrooms for his staff. Le chauffeur, his servant, the secretary, the staff spent their summers here. When the Prime Minister was at the estate, the staff has to stand on those rooms here. We knew that after 1921 he had 4 or 5 people living in that area, and now we use it for to store a couple of artifacts.
The artifacts are largely bric-a-brac left behind by King when he died at Kingsmere in 1950, and they're nearly as esoteric as the man who collected them.
There is a donkey there. Yeah, it's one of the garden ornament Mackenzie King used here, but it's broken and we cannot show it again. All the carpets are the material left by the Prime Minister, and we don't use them, so we kept everything in a safe and clean place here. So here there is a old lamp. We don't know if Mackenzie King really used it or not.
One thing he did use, albeit briefly, was a working forge, part of a short-lived bid to make the estate self-sufficient.
The building was supposed to be a blacksmith shop. He used it for only 3 or 4 months. And after that, he rarely came back here. And he used the forge for to store the stones he did not use for the ruins. So we are doing the same thing that he did. We use the forge as a storage place.
Storage for, among other things, everything from bits and pieces of European heraldic statuary to fragments of Canada's original Parliament building. For a man who loomed so large on the Canadian political scene for so many decades, King was capable of some very modest expressions of sentiment, and you can see evidence of that right here in the blacksmith's shop. The forge of the shop once sat on these concrete footings, and you can see initials carved into them. Here, WLMK, William Lyon Mackenzie King. Nearby, Pat, 1933. That was his beloved dog Pat, buried here on the grounds. And near Pat's name, you can see paw prints of the Prime Minister's friend immortalized forever. For King, the dogs named Pat, there was more than one, may have lingered in other ways. King's fascination with life after death is well known, and Moorside Cottage saw many of his efforts to contact the dead.
His secretary office is very dark inside, as you will see. And this room is also interesting because it's the place he chose to have his seances. He chose this room because it was very easy to block the window and have a dark place.
Dark as these buildings will remain for the long winter ahead, until spring returns the other side of Kingsmere and the dream of Mackenzie King. In Ottawa, James Hendricks, A Channel News.
And remember, if you have an Inside Ottawa story idea, you can contact us by logging onto our website at achannel.ca. Now, time for the A Channel Pump Patrol. These are the lowest prices being reported at the pumps at this hour. Remember, you can find out the latest gas prices by logging onto our website. Once again, that is achannel.ca. And we have lots more still to come tonight on A Channel.